Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Monday the 5th of January, and a happy new year to you all. Okay, looking at the, I'm going to start off looking at the euro dollar. Now I'm looking at this, and if I bring it back to my FXCM feed, you can see there's some gaps in here now. With different brokers there may be gaps available within their feed. The composite prices I've got here, there's no gaps, but I've still got some upside targets, so even if there's no gaps within the feed that you're looking at, I've got some upside targets at the moment. I think this may have just been a bit oversold on some ease on volumes, some lighter volumes, so there is the potential with these targets up in front of us of a bit of a bounce from where we are at the moment. That isn't to say it'll continue forever, but I'm looking at the sort of targets around about the 50 MA at 120.30, maybe a bit pushing up to the weekly pivot there, 120.72, and maybe beyond. So there's a couple of areas I'm looking at. Looking at the monthly pivot there at 122.54, so there's a long way away, but certainly in the short term I'm looking for the possible upside. There is some resistance as we run through these areas, because we have been falling off slightly. There's no significant euro news today, although we have got the German CPI figures coming out throughout the morning, so that in itself may create some volatility, particularly if they come out particularly low. The overall figure is expected to come in at 0.1, so marginally positive. Looking at where we are at the moment, though, I am looking for the, as I say, the long side, the long opportunities here, to get the opportunity to play back towards these sort of targets I mentioned. Just looking for short-term setups, really. So that's sort of my view. Now, if we do start breaking down lower, we could go for double bottoms, and I wouldn't rule it out completely. So a break of these, this low area here, this trend line. Maybe we'll see a bigger retracement, and maybe even run down towards the lows. But at the moment, I'm erring on the long side in terms of my thoughts. Okay, that's the euro dollar. Now, sorry, as I say this, I'm looking at this price action that we're seeing here. It may just get marginally broken, but if it does, well, I'm happy with that. Sorry, I just had to pause. Okay, so as I say, looking towards the long side on the euro dollar, the other point with the markers I've already put out there. Right, okay, looking at the pound dollar next. Alright, I'm going to have to come onto composite prices at the moment. This is a... Okay. So again, sold off quite heavily on Friday, broke all the support levels there, sold right away into where we are at the moment. Again, I've got sufficient sort of upside targets in the short term here to be looking on the long side. Now, we have obviously got news out this week, and particularly today we've got the construction PMI out, which has not been a big mover of late. We've got services PMI tomorrow, and then as we move through the week into Thursday, we got the interest rate decision, which I don't think we'll see anything change significantly at this earlier part of the week. So all in all, looking at the potential, as I say, for a bit of upside at the moment. There's, as I say, not a lot of other drivers there. The trend is certainly strongly down there. I'm just actually looking to see if this was to fall from where we are now. I would be looking towards, well, it could come down and double bottom, but my thoughts really again is really being on the longer side in the short term, at least. Maybe for today, as I say, I really want on the euro and the pound see the daily pivots taken, and maybe, well, certainly the 50 MAs. Right, okay, dollar yen. Okay, it's again, we're seeing gaps in this market. It's just sort of going to a composite feed, so just taking a bit of time to load. But again, Very, very choppy on the dollar yen. It never really had the same sort of movement where it did sell off. Well, it got strengthened on Friday in the end. But if we do see it start moving, and I'm watching sort of the trend lines at the top here. It's really there's a sort of a level across here. Okay, we had a little break of that already. But alternatively, that was a double top, so maybe being a bit more patient and waiting for the break of that level there. But I would be looking at the long side if it starts running back up there, looking towards last year's late to December's highs there, back at the sort of 121, 120, nearly 122 area. So if it does start pushing up that way, I'll be on the long side, short side at the moment, where there is the potential trend line sitting here, which if we see a break of these sort of levels, proper break of these levels, I'd be looking towards the short side of things. Okay, that's pretty much me for this morning. So, relatively short, but just looking at those three major currencies for now. Have a great day. Bye for now.